I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium, right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Henry. For you. I'm coming after you. Jumping.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. They leaned.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And it's caught by Parker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 44 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. And he finds Howard complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Elliott. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the set. 50. He's scared. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You get blocked. Hey, you get blocked.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4. Go. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you. I got you. That's it. Mike 50.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12. First down, Pittsburgh.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike 50, Mike 50. And bring it. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Take off.
Brissett on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 54. Drop deep, drop deep. Mike 54. Let him know.
Here's Jackson to throw. Man open. It's Goodwin. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. All day, pump. And Mike's 50, man.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielding just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put...
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards.
1st and 10.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Obviously a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and... up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Set, ready? AT Gator. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Look at me. Zipper. Yo, fast. Ready?
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You got it. Takes 3. 218. Chop it.
Brings up
Hard.
2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Hey, foxtrot.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Shift.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On first down, Chapman. And he's caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Throwing on first down, Chapman. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
High 7. 50, Mike 50. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Snap.
Looking to throw. Chapman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Mike's 50, Mike.
It's third and long for Brissett. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Here's the option going left on second down. They run again with Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, Elliott. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game set there.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A quick throw now complete to Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Chapman. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Draw play, Elliott. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I've never played for a guy.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.